Evening, everybody. How's it going? Oh, got a few of you in. We've got some thumbs up already. Nick Muller, when's it starting? Right now, my friend. We're starting right now. So, big weekend of football just gone. Big weekend for the Premier League race. Big one for every division. Leeds with a big result today away at Villa after going 2-0 down. Portsmouth making a real statement this weekend in League One. And obviously Lincoln winning again against us. But maintaining top spot for basically maintaining top spot for the Christmas period. So, who wants to talk about their team first? Who have we got in? Obviously, these things do tend to get dominated by Newport County. I hope we can change that because this is an all football conversation, which is why I put it in all the groups across Facebook. So a lot of you can come and talk about your teams as well. Barry Beckford, do you think we deserved the point? I think we did. I think we gave away two very silly goals right at the beginning. But after that, then I believe we were. I think we edged the game. We were certainly the better team in the second half, but the first half was a bit of opening 20 minutes was theirs, the last 25 was ours, with brief periods from them. Whereas it was all us second half. They had one or two chances and took one of them, unfortunately. Rich, what's your view on Man United under the new manager? Great result, obviously, but you can't judge a manager based on one game. He's had one game in charge. Fair enough, it's a really good game. They won 5-1 away. You cannot deny that, but you tend to get a good reaction, and you're playing against one of the weaker teams in the league. So, you should be calming things down a little bit, I think, at the moment. Barry Beckford, will Liverpool win the league? It's still a long way to go, but there's an awful lot of football left to be played. But at the moment, Liverpool, it's theirs to lose because they're 4 points clear at the moment on even games. Bradley Jarrett, who do you think will win on Boxing Day? Is that between us and Forest Green Rovers? I think we should win because we're at home. I think then we'll go on and beat Crawley and get ourselves back into a playoff place. So we're going to be hitting 2019 in a playoff place. I think. I think we'll win both our home games. So 16 if you win, only one like so far. How about we get them likes up if you're liking what you're hearing so far? Rich, best football stadium in League Two and why? That's a good question, actually. Once I've been to see MK Don Stadium, I'm probably going to say theirs. But because I've never been there, I can't say theirs. So I can't really say what's the best League Two stadium when I've not been to all of them. But out of the ones I've actually been to, I'm thinking, it's a tough one. I quite liked Oldham's ground, mind you. That was nice. Bury's ground's quite good. Who else is in League Two at the moment? Whose ground I've been to? Northampton is a nice ground. Exeter's is brushing up quite nice as well, to be honest with you. Carlisle's got a good ground. I mean, it's old and dirty, but it's a good, proper old school football ground. I quite like them. So if I had to pick one out of them all, it's a tough one. It's tough. I'm going to actually say Colchester's, to be honest with you. I like Colchester's ground. I think we need another centre back. I think the exact same. Apparently, there's players coming in, hoping at least one or two of them are centre backs. Did you watch the Tottenham match? I did. Are they title contenders? Only 6 points behind Liverpool. I don't think they're title contenders. Well, they are because only 6 points behind, but I don't think they got 6 points in them more than Liverpool for the rest of the season. I think Tottenham will drop more points than Liverpool from there till the end, so I don't think they're going to catch them. Bradley Jarrett. County versus Leicester. County go 1-0 up. I'll probably get crushed. Probably. I probably will too. Luke Wilkins, here we go with his usual patter. How are you? I'm well. You dry lunch. Do you think Welsh flags are going to be banned from football events like they did with the British waistcoat at the boxing yesterday? You'll never ban flags at football. You can. It could just never happen. I think what's happened at the boxing is down to the boxing promoters and the security detail working them. I think they got to get a grip because the outrage is flying around social media, and before long, there's going to be a backlash to this sort of thing. There was a big enough backlash there as it was, and the people protected the guy, so the guy got to stay in for longer than he probably thought he would do. But they obviously came back and nabbed him, kind of by surprise. So I hope that's a conversation that we're not going to hear again. To be honest with you, mate. So yeah, 18 if you win and still only 3 likes. What? Luton for promotion this season. Why not? Them and Portsmouth and Sunderland. Possibly that could be the three that go up this year from League One. Rich, well done on doing these every week. It's great to have somewhere to come and chat football. We all love the sport. Yep, we all do. So it was great to talk and share our passion. Brilliant. Have a good Christmas and New Year, Chris. Thank you, Rich. Much appreciated, mate. You too, mate. And that goes for everybody else. I'll say my Merry Christmases at the end, though. But anyone who wishes me one now, I'll wish you one back. What do you make of the Ben White return rumours? I think at the moment they're just rumours, Reese, to be honest. I think if it's going to happen, it's got to be down to the fact that Brighton will have a change of heart because I found out that Brighton wanted to take back Ben White and send him to a League One or Championship club halfway through last season, but he and his family said no, he wanted to stay. So the chances of them sending him back to us for another half a season, I can't see it myself, but I wouldn't rule it out because he obviously progressed well with us, and he'll have an opportunity to progress again if they can't find him a club to go to in League One or the Championship. So why not? Bobby Beckford, Luton will need a stadium upgrade if they get promoted to the Championship, surely. No, because they were a Championship team not all that long ago, before their big demise, which was around about 2005, 2006. They actually played in the Championship. I remember when they were a Championship team, they lost to Liverpool in the FA Cup after going 3-1 up. They lost 5-3. That was back when Liverpool had like Xabi Alonso and all that playing for them. So it was around about 2006, 2000, between 2005 and 2007 is when their drop happened. So Marussia, the Exeter fan, Merry Christmas to you too, my friend. Thank you. Luke Wilters, thanks, Chris. Merry Christmas to you and your family. We'll catch up in the future. Nice one, Lukey boy. Top man. For those of you who don't know Luke, he is a nationally known hardstyle DJ who quit the circuit to start a family. Fair play to him. And obviously a big county fan like me. It was actually me and Luke who started going together. My beginning at the county started with this man, Luke. Honestly, it was me and him together. He went off to have a family. I made myself a family with the Newport County supporters. I'll have my own family one day, of course. But all the best, Lukey boy. Don't get to see you as often as I'd like to. Right, enough of the gay stuff. Right, what do you guys think about Liverpool and Man City? Do you think? Oh, here we go. We got something on Arsenal. I was hoping someone was going to bring Arsenal up. I think Arsenal are a much stronger entity this year under Emery. It's a big step forward. It's like I say, they're evolving with the times at Arsenal at the moment, and no, it's great to see them doing it because I've always had a big admiration for Arsenal because for me they're the only team that really haven't needed to buy the Premier League. I mean, Man United were the first ones to do that. Ferguson got the big payout, to go and buy whoever he wanted in '92. So he put together a big team. Blackburn did the same under Jack Walker when they won it. Arsenal then came in with the same back four they had for a long time and goalkeeper. All they did was upgrade their attack and midfield, and they didn't spend a lot of money to do it. Obviously, Anelka, Vieira, Petit, Overmars, Bergkamp. It wasn't a lot of money to do that. They didn't go out and buy it. They just progressed. They just strengthened at a sort of natural pace, and they became a top team. I've heard rumours about Flynn going to manage somewhere else. Yeah, the big rumour is because he's not odds on anymore. He's been pushed out to 11 to 10, but he's still the favourite to take over the Bristol Rovers job. Me personally, I don't think it's going to happen, but I might be wrong. I doubt I am though. Poch going to United, possibly, but at the moment, would it be a step up for him? I know club stature. Yeah, Man United are a bigger club commercially, but Tottenham have got the big stadium to move into now. Maybe that could be a pushing point because that's delayed. But you never know. Saw Russell Osman and Terry Butcher at Ipswich yesterday. All right, okay. Well, they're both big Ipswich guys, aren't they, Nick? So no doubt they go and watch every now and again. I think Terry lives up near you as well. Anyway, I don't think that they're going to get involved with the club, to be honest with you. Although obviously they did their best year. They just wasn't good enough. Flynn off to Real Madrid, I heard. Well, yeah, they wouldn't be doing awfully bad to take Flinny off us at Real Madrid. You never know. So something like that could be, like a revolution of football. picking up a really, really small-time manager to go for a really, really big club, I mean, it's going to be a lot less pressure on him then, you know. But I don't know, that's just dreaming though, isn't it? UTMI, good game yesterday. So we got a Lincoln fan, and I was hoping we are going to get a few Lincoln guys in here today because I want an honest opinion on what they thought of the game yesterday. Because a lot of our fans were giving it the big one all week. A lot of their fans were giving the big one afterwards, talking as if they completely demolished us. But I thought it was a very, very tight game. You could see the quality in Lincoln. You can definitely see why they're at the top. But I really felt, even though we lost the game, we made a really good account of ourselves and had Lincoln with their backs against the wall for the majority of the second half. I think we were unlucky to go 3-1 down. I think that goal was very much against the run of play. But at the end of the day, we're very hit and miss. Yesterday we were hit with a loss. Usually when we play well, we tend to win the game or at least get a good draw out of it. But I thought it was one of our better performances yesterday, and we still lost the game. I think when it comes to the Lincoln coming down to us, I actually believe we may be able to turn them over, but we'll wait and see. Who's better at the moment, Tottenham or Arsenal? That's a very good question. I think Tottenham at the moment because they're higher in the league, but Arsenal are the ones who won the last match, so make your own minds up from that. Tottenham can't spend money and that will send Tottenham backwards. But that's the thing, the new stadium, of course, the new stadium is going to be a big one for them, of course, if they fill it, but they should be able to. And they're getting national support because they've got a cracking squad. You can understand why he's not felt the need to strengthen that squad at Tottenham. But at the same time, he probably should have anyway. They probably could have done with another centre-half, could have done with another centre midfielder. Maybe could have done with another sort of inside forward to play off of Kane. Possibly. But there we go. Tottenham, they should have got one or two players in. Luke, it's nice words, Chris. Nice ass also, naturally. Another note, Kenty's defence ain't going to be as open as Chelsea defence yesterday against Leicester. No, definitely not. I think Leicester are in for a shock when they come against us. What went wrong in the first 10 minutes yesterday? It's just, I don't know. Our first opening 10 minutes are shocking in more games than they are not. Can't tell you. Just some poor defending. They took their chances. We were 2-0 down and thought we've lost the game already. It wasn't the case in the end. There were plenty of chances for us to get back into it and get the draw out of it. But if we hadn't have gone 2 down in those first 10 minutes, we could well have won yesterday, honestly. Bobby Beckford, what do you think about the horn that Lincoln plays and take a corner? Not a fan of it. It was annoying. I don't get it. I don't get what it's supposed to mean or why. I don't get it. I just don't get it. If there are any Lincoln fans who can shed some light on that horn thing that goes during your corners, we'd like to know what it's all about. I reckon we should bring back the chant Newport County Ole. I agree. There's a couple within our group who, for some reason, like to pass off older chants as dead chants because they want new ones all the time. I was like, well, at the end of the day, you got to keep your chants that people know, because what's the point on discarding them and getting people to learn brand new ones? You may as well add rather than push some out to bring some in. Just keep adding. You know what I mean? Fever UK. I think that's how you saying that. Fever UK 1800. The siren is Lincoln. What does that mean, mate? Cannot wait to come to Newport. My dad was born in Cardiff. Oh, right, okay. Well, I do the half-time draw on the main gate of Roddy Parade, so if you want to come and say hello, that'd be great to meet you, mate. So, Jeffrey Lincoln fan here. Hope my club treated you well. Yeah. I mean, your stewards were nice, except for the one. It turned out he was an 8-side one. I picked a fight with him. I told him to meet me 8-side, actually. I lost my rag with him. He squared up to a mate of mine, and I wanted to put him down for it. I actually come and got an apology off your stewards. So the people up there, the people who I spoke to were really nice as well. And fair play, you're the loudest home support I think I've ever heard in League Two, and that includes Portsmouth, honestly. I know the away end is shite. Yeah, well, that was the only thing. I thought it was an atrocious away end, although I've been in worse. On a different topic, what do you think is fair admission price for League Two football? £20, nothing more. I paid 22 for my ticket, and I felt a bit hard done by on that, considering how poor the away end was. But like I said, I paid £23 for a ticket in Bristol Rovers away end once before, and anyone who's been to Bristol Rovers away knows that it is a shite hole in the away end of Bristol Rovers. Tom Talbot, Cardiff staying up. Well, if you play like you did yesterday, you won't be. No. Do you think the ticket prices are expensive for the Leicester match? No. I understand where some people are coming from saying that they're a bit pricey. I get that, completely get that. But the club have got to maximise it as much as they can. They know the demand's going to be there, so they got to put the price up because we have to. Not because we want to take all the not because we want to take all of people's money. Because we want to stick it to people. When we get a big game, we got to maximise it because we have to. Most teams in League Two run at a deficit to be competitive. Teams like Lincoln don't have to because they got the support at the moment. But we don't get the support to be competitive, so we have to run on a deficit. So we have to plug the gap somehow. Games like this will plug that gap and give us a bit extra. So if we maximise, we'll benefit from it. Who do you think will win if Cardiff got Newport in the FA Cup? It very much depends on where the tie is. If we went on and beat Leicester and then we drew Cardiff, if we were away at Cardiff, we'd probably lose. If we were at home to Cardiff, we'd fancy our chances. 617 Squadron, the Dam Busters, right? Okay, so it's an RAF thing. I know there's an RAF based near Lincoln. I used to be in the RAF. I was actually based in Lynham, not far from Swindon. So I get the siren now. If that's the case, if it's something to do with the Dam Busters. The only thing I'd ask is why on a corner? That's the only thing. I can understand before the game or half time, after the game and all that, but why on a corner? All right, so looking forward to meeting up in Newport. Yeah, okay. Looking forward to meeting you then, mate. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you. My good mate William. Mariners. So we got Lincoln and Grimsby in here at the same time. Marvellous result for you guys. 4-0 against Notts County. Would have saw that coming, eh? But Notts County have been particularly poor this year, and I know a lot of their fans are very disappointed. I do talk to some Notts County fans as well. Considering the strike force they got in Hemmings and Dennis, you'd think they'd be scoring goals for fun and they'd be pissing all over the league. But where's it going wrong for them? They got a cracking squad there. They got some great individuals. They just haven't been able to make them into a team. Right then, Browse. Let's concentrate on getting 15 points for league survival, not talking about promotion, cup runs and managers. Well, we need to talk about cup runs, first of all, because we need the money from that they generate. Managers, well, we want to keep our manager. But yeah, I understand this talking about him all the time. Every time someone in a higher league loses their job or moves on to another club, we know, our manager's going to get linked. So that's where the conversation comes from. And I wish people would just leave it myself, because that's where, these rumours get generated and then the interest comes along. Obviously people look at the betting on it, and then when managers tend to go odds on, it puts ideas in these clubs' minds. Oh man, yeah, a lot of people are talking about us being linked to Flynn. Let's go and have a chat with Newport. We could be worth taking him off him. Or if we didn't talk about it at all, I'm not saying they wouldn't, but it could contribute. So William Harrison, yeah, Notts were dreadful. They have been, yeah. Do you think Newport will ever get to the Premier League? You can't. It's a matter of never say never. But we do definitely need our own ground. It needs to be a good ground. We definitely need something to generate more money and better training facilities, because we need to train our players better. We need to give them every advantage that we can. And we just got to make sure we maintain a good recruitment process. And that's what it boils down to. Bournemouth managed to do it through maintaining a good recruitment process. Eddie Howe was bringing in the right players. Whoever else was in charge of recruitment was obviously doing their jobs, and that's all it came down to there. They just recruited the right players. They worked their way from League 2 to League 1, then they worked their way from League 1 to Championship, a lot like Burton did, but Burton let themselves down on their recruitment, and they didn't have a good enough stadium, and it's too small. They haven't got the support. You need the support, definitely. If you've got the support behind you, you've got the stadium, you've got the right recruitment, it can happen for anyone. It's a very, very difficult recipe to cook up, I can tell you that much now. Braze, I agree on the cut money and keeping Flynn. He's doing a great job. Long may he stay. Amen to that one. William Harrison, yeah, thought they had the best strike force in the league at the start of the season. Yep. them and Lincoln for promotion, but their defence is so poor, and I don't think they utilise the strikers correctly. Probably because when they played against us, Hemming and Dennis were actually only one of them started. Dennis come off the bench. I mean, he was one of the top scorers in the league last year. Why would he be on the bench? But then that was Nolan. They're on their third manager of the season now. And is it going to get any better for them? Well, you just lost to you 4-0, so no. Braves, let's get back on track against FGR. Definitely, mate, yeah. Boxing Day, 2 home games then. So Boxing Day on the 29th. Forest Green Crawley, an opportunity for 6 very valuable points to get us back into that playoff spot. Will there be vegan chants on Boxing Day? You can guarantee it, 100%. Right then, guys, only 21 of you in here. We managed to get up to about 25 at one point. Appreciate it if any of you could share the link, try and get a few more people in. That would be marvellous. Anyone new, I know we have seen a few new people. We'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. There's plenty of videos that are not Newport County based, which you'd enjoy. There's some funny videos. There's some gaming videos from like FIFA and Football Manager, Championship Manager, some retro ones, and also some good compilations on you. So if you're new to the channel, I would appreciate if you subscribe and check out all the other stuff we got on you. But then, like I say, we've only got 17 of you in, and we've only got 13 likes, so this could be a pretty short one tonight. Obviously, we set out to do 30 minutes a night. Every Sunday we do 30 minutes, and we hit 15 likes. We extend for 5 minutes if we hit a certain amount of people getting into the chat. Now, we used to have days where we used to have 50 plus, so it's a bit disappointing that we've only got a few of you in here tonight. So, it'd be good if we can get a few more to come and tune in. Always get strange results over Christmas, 2 weeks in football. It is strange, yeah, because there's a lot of physical pressure put on people and a lot of mental pressure, because this is when you start working your way towards the business end of the season. So people are desperate over the Christmas period to make the opportunity, make the most of an opportunity to pick up some points in their retrospective leagues. Prediction for Liverpool versus Arsenal Saturday at Anfield. I think I can't see anything other than a Liverpool win, I'm afraid. Liverpool probably should have done better against Arsenal away. They probably should have won that game, but I think at home, I think they'll put Arsenal to the sword. Fever UK, what were your thoughts on the match yesterday? I thought it was a very good football match for one. I think both teams showed a lot of attacking capabilities. I thought your defenders were excellent. I think we were extremely sleepy in the first in the first sort of 10-15 minutes to obviously give the goals away. I thought the first goal was quite fortunate, but it went in nonetheless. Second one was a fantastic finish from your man. It was Harry Anderson who scored that second one. Absolutely marvellous finish that was. And I thought we were unlucky then to not get an equaliser during the second half, and thought it was against the run of play when you won 3-1 up. But then I know we had your backs against the wall and you defended really well. It just goes to show you've got a really good midfield, you've got a really good attack, and then your defenders defended extremely well. So I think you're strong everywhere. I think you'll go up without any problem at all. But I'm definitely looking forward to the reverse fixture back then in Newport, because I think we'll give you even more of a game in Newport than what we did up there yesterday. Braves. Agree with Nick, who had Palace on the coupon. Who had Palace on a coupon? Jeez, if you picked them, you were brave, but it was a bloody good choice. Louis Gold, I think we need to sign a centre-back. What about you? Definitely 100%. That's exactly what I've been saying for a while now. Centre-backs, we definitely need a centre-back or two, or just 2 defenders. Kills me, it absolutely kills me to say it, but I think Pipe is coming to the end. Love the bloke. I absolutely adore him. He is like literally the possibly one of the biggest legends we would ever have at the club. Pipe. He captained us to promotion back into the Football League. He came back during our era of need and made an astounding contribution to the Great Escape. And he's played a massive part last season in advancing the football club. That guy he lives and breathes Newport County. And I'm really glad we signed him back in 2011 when we did. And say he was there for their first trip to Wembley as well. He played, so there's not many players out there you can say is a bigger servant to Newport County than David Pipe. But honestly, I think he's coming to an end. I think he's concentrating a bit more on being a fitness coach for the club, which is great. So we keep him in some way. But I do think we could probably do a signing of right back, or we get two centre backs and push Franks out to the right. Although you prefer to utilise Franks as a centre half than a full back, maybe it would be a full back we'd look to bring in. But we need to extend the loans of Semenyo and Baconson and Pring, definitely. And Harris, of course, as well. Right. Barry Beckford, do you bet on football matches? I do. My dad needs a West Ham win for £300 on Saturday. He always misses out by one match. Oh, you needed a West Ham win. I needed a Hoffenheim win today at home to Mainz. And they went 1-0 up, but they got pegged back. They drew 1-1 in the end, and all the rest of my results came in, and I missed out on £77 on that win, unfortunately. Yeah, it just goes to show football betting. Although I've been massively up on my betting the last couple of months. Charlie, and what formation do you think suits us the most? I think 3 up top, but then I think we got to have 3 up top. We got to have 3 in midfield, and obviously we got to have the fullbacks coming forward. So I think that's the one that suits us the most for attacking. But I think when we got 2 centre halves, that's where the problems happen in the early stages of a match. We defend much better with 3 at the back. So it's a tough one. It's really tough. You can't have 12 men on the pitch. You can't pull the goalkeeper, of course, to make up that extra number. But I don't know. Yeah, that's that. I'd rather go with 3 centre halves. That's going to fix the problem at the back. Maybe if we go with 2 centre midfields and have the full-backs making up a 4-man midfield and then making up a 5-man defence, but they got to be up and down, running back and forward. Pipe wouldn't be able to be part of that, I'm afraid. Pipe has 9 matches on 200 appearances for Newport. Well, during the course of the season, he'll definitely get those 9 matches, and 200 appearances for Newport. Absolutely amazing. It's brilliant. Right, Braze, I agree with you, Pipe. He still adds good physical and motivational presence. Yeah, he still does, yeah. And, you're going to feel invincible, having someone like Pipey in your team. If someone on the other team starts trying to bully you, you've got Pipey to back you up, Exeter did well yesterday. Yeah, you won well, didn't you? Who did you beat again? Sorry, it's just so many football matches in a weekend. It's hard to remember them all. Nick Muller, no trains Boxing Day, but full football fixture, and rugby fans can't travel unless you're local. Well, that's why you've got the coaches for. Fleecing fans at the most expensive time of year for many. Oh yeah, you won 3-2 at Oldham, didn't you, Exeter? Yeah, that's a good result. Oldham are pretty good. We managed to scrape a 1-0 win up there as well. William Housen, fleecing fans at the most expensive time of year for many. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's an expensive time of year, and fans who want to go to every game have got to keep a little bit of money back that they probably like to spend on their family. It's a bit of a shame. And that's just how it goes sometimes, I'm afraid. I would be a bit of a fan of a winter break like they have in Germany. Obviously, I just watched the rest of that Hoffenheim game and unfortunately missed out on 70 odd quid. But they're offered a 2-week winter break now. And a 2-week winter break will probably do fans like us the world of bloody good, because we can spend a bit of money on our people at Christmas, So yeah, you come down from 2-1 and 1-3-2. Oh, that's good, because you've been on a bit of a poor dip of form, haven't you, lately? So obviously you're turning things around a bit then by the sounds of it. Good for you guys. So we're nearing 30 minutes. We have got the 15 likes, so I'll extend by 5, but I definitely want to beat 30. I definitely want to pip 30 people in the chat. Sort of thing going on. Right then, so we got 20 of you in. If we can get another 10, we'll extend by another 5 minutes. So I'll tell you what, if we can get another 10, I'll extend by another 10. We'll go on for the full 45 minutes, and we will if we can get another 10 people in here. So we've got 17 likes, which is great. Thank you all. For those of you who have been a part of this and asking some really good questions and making it about other teams than just the county, which is great. Obviously I've got to talk about the county. They're my heart and soul, But at the same time, we got to talk football. We want. I like talking about all the rest of the footballing world. Scottish football even. Thoughts on Wes Thomas? Now, Wes Thomas, he plays for yourselves, don't he, William? Am I correct? Wes Thomas. I don't think I know him that well, Wes Thomas. He scored for you yesterday, didn't he? Did he score? have to enlighten me on him a little bit. Jog my memory up, mate. There's a lot of football players out there to remember, and obviously when you're not doing well, these footballers are hardly in the limelight. But no, it's great to have so many. Obviously, we got Grimsby fan in here, Exeter fans, Lincoln fans. It's good that we can all come here and have a civil football-based conversation. Not like when the Forest Green Rovers fans come in here and start saying, "Oh, guess what? We're signing Josh Labadie, ha ha ha." Oh, well, guess what? I got my picture with Josh Labadie at our Christmas party. So fuck you, ha ha. Jaden Stockley, what a striker he is. Absolutely unbelievable. Rangers versus Celtic next weekend. If Celtic win, they'll probably go on to win the SPL again. Probably. And they've been crap this year as well. It just goes to show how much of a state Scottish football is in, is when their best team is shit and still wins the league easily. You know what I mean? Like Forest Green are so tin pot in my opinion. I went to their grain last season. Yeah, I always go to Forest Green because I love it when we beat them, and we should have beaten them. We missed a penalty to go 2-1 up. I absolutely hate them. I hate the fact they're forcing veganism on everybody that goes there. It's not on. It's really not on. It's nothing. Obviously encourage the vegan stuff, and that's where I heard his name. Yeah, so sorry guys. Yeah, obviously I see things pop up and it sort of pulls my attention. It's just disappeared now. So when they disappear, I think I can get on and talk. So pushing veganism on people, there's nothing wrong with promoting it, but you can't push it on people. It's not on. Braves, what would be great is to beat Leicester and get drawn away at Spurs in their new stadium. I'd rather get drawn away at Man United in their stadium when they fill it, and then we'll end up making a million off the back of it. You know what I mean? We got to get the big ties. We got to rake in the dollars, mate. William Harrison, yeah, he plays for us. So this is Wes Thomas and played for Birmingham a few years back. Cheltenham, loan at Swindon. We signed him from Oxford, right? Okay. So I think I know who he is now. Yeah. So he scored. That's where I noticed his name. So to be honest with you, I haven't seen enough of him to have a proper opinion of him. But I'm sure I'll see him when we go up to your place. So I'll let you know what I think of him after the game. Rich, you asked best ground in League Two, MK Dons. It probably is, but I've not been there, so I can't call it the best ground until I've been there. It's stupid at their ground because their away end is along the side of the pitch. It is, yeah. And if it rains, you're done for. And I remember Boxing Day, we went there away and it pissed down. We were piss wet through, but we won 2-1 and we went on to get promoted. So it wasn't so bad in the end. Some grains you can get Coke only, diet or max drinks. Yeah. Some grains will sell beer. So obviously I don't drink anymore, but I used to like the grains that did beer because you could have a beer at half time. All right, yeah. So William Harrison is saying he got sent off for Newport. So that was the guy who got sent off, didn't you? So obviously he didn't play for long enough for me to get an opinion of him. When I went and absolutely pissed down. Yeah, same year on that Boxing Day. Although last year it didn't rain. But this season or last year it didn't rain, thankfully. But there's always room in the one terrace on the one end that they could put away fans in, but they just don't. Dickheads, proper dickheads they are. Right then, guys, we didn't meet that 30 target, although we did creep up to 22 again for a little while. But look, we're going to call it there. We do this every week for the new guys who just come in today for the first time. Great to have you. Hope you guys subscribe and join us next time. It's been great talking about some other clubs like Grimsby. Great to talk about the game yesterday with Lincoln. It's good to talk to fans who were also at the game on the other side of the fence, And it's good, and it's good if we could end up having a debate because I think we were the better team, but the better team for larger periods of the game yesterday. Although Lincoln took their chance as well, and at the end of the day, may not be a fair result, but Lincoln deserved to win because they scored more goals than us. Pretty much simple as that. But MK Dons ground is amazing, but the ground's a 30k seater and there's only 6k, 1300 extra fans. That's a good bloody. That's a good amount of people to go all the way to Milton Keynes. Fair play. Always rains in Stockport when Ipswich play. Right, okay. I think it rained when I went to Stockport before as well. Cheers, William. You have a good Christmas too, mate. Look, guys, for those of you who are regulars in here, or if you're new, want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Obviously, the last blog before Christmas. And I really hope you all get what you want. I hope Santa comes and empties his sack all over you, and you're happy with what you get from that. And yeah, take care all. Good luck to all the teams in your games on Boxing Day. Say hi to Nathan, please, Taff. Who's Nathan, mate? Nick Muller, I want 100 subs. Let's go and sub. Let's go and sub Nick Muller. Let's give him 100 subs. Yep, Merry Christmas, guys. Thanks again. And until next time. Oh, Swansea fan. Nathan, Swansea fan. Not sure I know who that is, but I'm sure if he makes himself known to me, I'll certainly pass on your regards. Yeah, so thank you guys. Cheerio for now. Merry Christmas. And as always, up the county. Good night.